Looking at Utah State, we told you about Jalen Moore, who wears number 14. He's a 6'9 senior wing out of North Logan, Utah, so he's a local product. We also got Quinn Taylor out there. He's a sophomore from Houston, Texas, at 6'8". Kobe McEwen, the freshman, is going to get the start. True freshman. What an exhibition game he had. 7 of 7 from the field, so a pretty flawless debut. One of their bigs, Norbert Janicek, is from Slovakia. He's a 6'11 sophomore and a transfer from Snow Junior College, which is in Utah. Rounding out the starters, Shane Rector, a senior out of the Bronx, New York, transferred from Miami-Dade College. Utah State in their road navy blue uniforms, gray letters and numbers. The Anteaters in their home whites. The tip control by Moore, and the Aggies have the ball as we officially start the new season here at the Brenna Events Center. Top of the circle, this is McEwen, the freshman, being shadowed by Hazard. McEwen rolling right off the screen, pops a triple, and he gets it right out of the gates. So McEwen a 3 on the first possession, and it's Utah State who draws first blood. Jaron Martin crossing the timeline, setting up the offense for the first time this season. Bounces one to the right on the wing. This is Brandon Smith into the high post. Galloway hands it off and screens for Martin. Kick left. Here's Hazard. Max a slash. Some contact. Throws it up off the glass. No good, but he's going to get the call. Pretty late whistle there. Puzzled look on the face of Tim Duryea, who's the head coach of Utah State in his second season, although was a long-time assistant in Logan, so he's been an Aggie for quite some time. And Hazard will shoot the first free throws of the year for the Anteaters. As a team, UCI 68% from the stripe a year ago. Hazard too strong on the first, bounces off the back iron, no good. 3-0 Aggies, just getting things started out here in Irvine. Hazard bends the knees, puts it up and in as he rattles in the second. 3-1 the count. UCI half-court man-to-man set here to open things up. Up top of the circle, this is McEwen, who just knocked down the 3. He rolls left off a screen, drives, kicks it up top. Here's Taylor. A ball fake, pass deflected and intercepted, and the Anteaters come up with a steal. Martin pushing the other way. Now they work it to the top. Demakopoulos. Entry pass to Galloway. Had it knocked away as it was Rector coming on the double team to poke it out of bounds before Galloway could face up to the basket. Be a baseline inbound here for UCI, trailing by a deuce. Just over a minute in. Martin slaps the basketball. Looks for a man. Fires up top near midcourt for Hazard, who gets it back into the hands of Martin. Here's a zone look for Utah State. Little 3-2 action. Smith on the wing. Swings to the corner. Martin back to Brandon. 10 on the shot clock. Working it around the horn. Hazard feeds Demakopoulos in the post. Giannis now double team. Kicks it to Hazard, who launches a 3. Got it! Nothing but nets. No iron in his diet. Hazard from downtown. He's got all 4. And the Anteaters lead by 1. McEwen on the other end. Goes over to Moore. Feeds Janicek inside. Kicks it out. 3 ball is good for Shane Rector from the left angle. And Russ Turner upset with the closeout there as Rector buries it from deep. He can also score, average just better than 9 points a game a season ago. Brandon Smith from the angle, feeds Demakopoulos in the post. Here comes the double team. Giannis bounces up top. Martin over to the right. Hazard, can he get it again? This time, no. On the triple try from the right side. And a rebound pulled in by Utah State, who leads 6-4. Here's Rector, a drive. Bounce one to Janicek. Had it stripped by Smith and into the hands of Galloway. Eaters want to run. Hazard to the rack. Layup no good. Tried to sneak it and jackknife it up and under Janicek. Just a bit too strong off the window. And the Aggies able to clear it. 17:30 left in this first half. Eaters trailing by 2. Up top, Rector. Off a screen. Picked up by Martin. Now fall-away jumper way off the mark, but Janicek, an offensive rebound near the free throw line. Gives it to Moore. Little teardrop. Won't go for the senior. Galloway clears it for the Anteaters. Hand off to Martin. Jaron, eyes peeled as he crosses the timeline. Over the right wing. This is Brandon Smith. Now up top, Demakopoulos. Left side to Hazard, who has all 4 points here 3 minutes into this ball game. Galloway in the post. Guarded straight up by Taylor. Jonathan backs him down. Spins. Hook shot. Way short. Missed everything. And it's out of bounds. It'll go to USU. The Anteater starters tonight still on the floor. Martin, Smith, Galloway, Demikopoulos, and Hazard playing defense here and trailing 6-4. Left side, McEwen feeds Janasek in the post. Janasek had it poked away by Demikopoulos, able to corral it back. Now backs into the paint, spins, a lot of contact. He's hacked and fouled, and he will shoot 2. So Janasek will go to the line. And he is a 6'11" sophomore out of Slovakia. Played at Snow Junior College before transferring to Logan. That is a JUCO school in Utah. The sophomore short arms the first. Eaters still down by 2. No changes yet for either coach. Janasek able to connect on the second. 3-point game. Still very early stages here as Jaron Martin will leisurely bring it across the 10-second line where he's now shadowed by Rector. Left side, Brandon Smith, little jab step, dribbles into the corner. Back out to Martin. Jaron, quick trigger 3 off the side of the cylinder, and it's going to be a foul on Galloway going for the rebound. Gotta say, not a lot of contact there. I'm surprised they pegged Gallo for a personal. But it'll go to Utah State. Here's Rector bringing it up the floor. He's another JUCO transfer, played at Miami-Dade College as the Aggies turn it over on an entry feed into the post to Moore. It's fumbled out of his hands, out of bounds near the baseline. Nearly 4 minutes in here at the Bren. Utah State 7. UC Irvine 4. Max Hazard, all 4 of those points. Has it up top, now hands it off to Martin. Jaron rolling left to the wing. Kick up top, Demikopoulos has some room. A 3. Rimmed out. Battle for the board. It's picked up by McEwen. Here comes Utah State. Rector slashing to the free throw line. Kicks it left side. Taylor, he can shoot, and he buries a 3. Triple try, pure for Taylor, and Utah State now leading 10-4. 15 and a half to go here in the first 20 minutes. Right side, Brandon Smith. Anteaters back on the attack. Haven't scored in several possessions now. Right angle, Martin. Shadowed by Rector. Goes to Demikopoulos in the high post. Giannis doubled immediately to Hazard on the wing. Now left corner 3 for Smith. Brandon able to connect. The 3 ball good right in front of that Utah State bench. The Anteaters cut the deficit in half, 10-7 now. It's Tommy Rutherford and Yasu Worku. A couple of freshmen get set to check in. Here is Moore holding it on the near sideline. Had it poked away out of bounds by Smith. And that'll bring us to our first media timeout. 15 minutes to go here in this opening half in the season opener on this Veterans Day. Anteaters trailing the Aggies of Utah State 10-7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to UCI Men's Basketball on 88.9.
Mom, Dad, I need to talk to you. I'm scared.
I don't think I can go back to school tomorrow.
There's a guy and some of his friends who are after me.
They hate my clothes, the way I talk, everything about me.
Mom, Dad, did you hear me? I'm scared.
Listen to what they have to say. Take a stand. Lend a hand. Stop bullying now. For more information, visit stopbullyingnow.hrsa.gov.
Hello, this is Claudia Shambaugh, your host of Ask a Leader, airing on Tuesday mornings from 9 until 10. Join me as we explore the worlds of leaders of all stripes, of all ages, from all realms of our society. These leaders may be voted into office, appointed, anointed, or volunteers. We'll examine them all in this show. Subjects include politics, government, religion, human rights, culture, physical and mental health, and more. We'll find leaders in places the rest of us aren't even looking.
Back here at the Bren, Michael O'Sullivan rejoining you. Eric Ramirez, our engineer, back at the station. 10-7, Utah State an early lead, 5 minutes into this first half. And Coach Russ Turner going to that young bench here early as Yasu Worku and Tommy Rutherford come onto the floor. 3 starters staying out there. And Jaron Martin, Brandon Smith, and Jonathan Galloway. Aggies basketball inbounding right in front of Coach Turner as Taylor floats one into the backcourt where Rector chases it down. Utah State, no changes. They're sticking with their starting 5. Anteaters, half-court man-to-man set. Dimakopoulos on the bench, so a little bit of a smaller unit now as there's Rector firing a 3 from straight away. Left it short, rebound Brandon Smith. Here come the Eaters with Yasu Worku, who crosses the timeline. Coach Turner saying in that pregame interview, wants these young guys to really focus on moving the ball and spacing. Rutherford up top, goes to Worku, left side, Yasu curling off a screen, pull up, pop from 18 is good. So the first jumper of the freshman's career is true, and it's a 1-point game, 10-9. We approach the 14-minute mark. Worku, nice lift on that J. Shot it with confidence. Janicek up top, goes to Rector, cutting to the basket, and he's able to flail and get a call. As several Eaters came crashing in on the senior out of New York. The Anteaters in that last media timeout getting the box score. 2 for 7 from the field to start, but both field goals coming from deep. 2 of 5 from downtown. Utah State 3 of 5. And a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc as Rector cashes in on the first of 2 free throws. That foul was called on Galloway. As now coming in is Evan Leonard. As Brandon Smith has 2 fouls, he's going to have to take a seat. Now first change for Utah State as Rector makes the free throw. He'll now be subbed in for by Julian Perry. He's another veteran presence and a guy who can score, junior out of Texas. Perry averaged 8 points a game last season. Here's Evan Leonard, a leaner from 15 feet just outside the right elbow, no good. As he left it short, back come the Aggies after the stop and the rebound. Up top, 3 ball from the trailer, way off the mark. It was taken by Nigor Barnaba. Now on the other end, Worku a drive, put it up with the right hand on the scooper in traffic, no good. Tommy Rutherford couldn't tip it in, but able to tie it up, battling for the board. And possession arrow favors the Anteaters on the jump ball call. Eaters will inbound it, 13:37 left to go first half. Aggies 12, Anteaters 9. Martin, the inbounder, the senior, floats one to the wing for Worku. Gives it back to Martin in the corner. Thought about pulling the trigger, but closing in was McEwen. Now they set it up with Evan Leonard. Right side, bounce it into Rutherford. Power dribble, back out Leonard. Dribbles into the corner. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, and that's what Russ Turner just said to his guys. 12 to shoot. Martin to Worku. He'll fire a 3. Just short, and a rebound cleared by McEwen. Here comes the road team. They lead by 3. Moore in the corner. Tried to flow one into Barnaba. Had it poked away initially. Now back up top. Moore, little stutter step, working on Leonard. Take to the rim. Can't finish with the left hand. Try to put it high off the window, but no good. Leonard the rebound. He'll push it himself. Evan, crossover. Was trying to drive and kick, but a reach and foul called. With 12:55 to go. As we get a substitution, Jonathan Galloway will get his first breather. And coming in, John Edgar Jr. Well, Martin inbounding after the foul, which was called on McEwen. Eaters up top after inbounding it. Martin going to Rutherford, holding just inside the elbow. Back out to Jaron. Deep triple try, no good. And a rebound cleared by Barnaba. Here's Moore. In transition, stutter stepping on the left wing. Now McEwen, little pick and pop with Barnaba. Hands it off and screens for Moore. He'll fire, shot no good, but they say Leonard got him on the arm. And he is fouled. So Moore will shoot a pair. 12.5 to play here in the first stanza. 12-9 Aggies. So Moore to shoot 2. 71% free throw shooter from a year ago. And their leading scorer from a year ago. Good stroke. And he gets his first point. 4-point lead for Utah State as Shane Rector checks back in. And McEwen, the freshman who nailed a 3 20 seconds into the game, will take a seat. Moore bends the knees. Good stroke. Gets them both. 14-9 now, and Moore will go to the bench. Checking in Sam Merrill for the first time. He is a freshman out of Utah. So the 5 out there for Russ Turner. Worku, Edgar, Leonard, Rutherford, and Martin. 4 true freshmen and Jaron Martin, the lone senior. Here's up top, Jaron being shadowed by Merrill. Kick over to Worku. Back up top, Martin. Now it's Leonard fumbling it out of bounds there in the far corner with just 10 on the shot clock as he turns it over. Went out of bounds on the far sideline. Eaters down 5. Here on the near wing, it's Perry working around the horn into the hands of Rector. Now in the far corner. Perry crossing over, working on Martin. Tough take, blocked away by Rutherford in the lane. Worku pushes the other way. Little stop and start move. Yasu, his shot is rejected. As coming in to help was Alex Dargenton, a redshirt sophomore. He'll get credit for the block. It's out of bounds. It'll be Anteater basketball when we come back. Second media timeout. Utah State a 14-9 lead over Irvine. 11:46 to play here in the season opener. Happy Veterans Day, and thanks for tuning in here on the launch of the 2016-17 season. We'll take a break. You're listening to Anteater basketball on 88.9 KUCI.
You must be the fairy godmother.
Cinderella's dream comes true because the glass slipper fits.
It fits.
In our world, the right fit can be just as important, especially when it comes to car seats. Always choose a car seat that's the right fit for your child's age and size to make sure your little pumpkin gets there safely every time.
Hop in, dear.
Thank you.
For more information, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. This message has been brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're so annoying.
You're so annoying.
Stop copying
Stop
me.
copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop talking to me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling
You're
says.
such a
You're
doofus.
such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Approaching the midway point of this first half, you see Irvine trailing by 5, 14-9 the count. Utah State coming in here for the opener. Former Big West foe. Now part of the Mountain West Conference. They finished in the lower half of that league a season ago. The Anteaters sharing a conference championship in the regular season with University of Hawaii. Anteaters with the basketball here, out of the timeout. Worku up top, joined by Edgar Jr., Rutherford, Leonard, and Martin. Here's Leonard, 3-ball. Corner is good for the freshman. Number 14 in white, Leonard gets his first bucket as an Anteater. And he makes it a 2-point game, 14-12 after that 3-ball. Here's right side, Merrill holding it, and he's going to feed Dargenton. Works his way into the key, and we get a whistle, a reach-in foul call. So he had a couple of Anteaters prying for the ball there as he put it on the deck, did the big man. But a reach-in call there. And I believe they're going to give the foul to Leonard, his second. 2-point game. Aggies inbound it. They get it to Dargenton up top. Now Rector curling at the elbow. Swings to the corner. Dargenton pump fake. Puts it on the deck once. Pull-up pop from 14. Too strong off the side of the cylinder from that left corner. Eaters the board, and they push. Worku, jab step, drives into some contact and draws a whistle. Excellent take, and there's that first step we've heard about. Worku has great speed and really can just get to that gear, that extra gear quickly. Good first step there to blow by his man, Merrill. And then drew the foul. First free throw good, and Worku pulls the Eaters within a point. Merrill called for the personal there. Subs coming on for Russ Turner as Rutherford and others will head to the bench. Checking in, Darian Traylor for the first time this season. Giannis Demokopoulos back out there, and Max Hazard rejoins the 5 on the floor as well. Second free throw left short by Worku, and Utah State collecting the rebound. Here's Rector, who has a team-high 5 points for the Aggies. Holding up top is now the Anteaters showing some zone with Demokopoulos back on the floor. Rector fires a 3 from straight away. Shot no good. Worku, the rebound, and eyes peeled, pushing the other way. Kick right side, Edgar. Back up top, Worku, about 30 feet away from the basket. Under 10.5 to go here in the first 20 minutes. Anteaters down 14-13. Here's Traylor, far corner. To Demacopoulos, who hands it off. Back to Traylor, now Hazard, left side. Max dribbling up top, 10 to shoot. Traylor floats it in, Demacopoulos. Here comes the double team. Giannis spins, tough hook shot. The senior able to rattle it in with that right hand. And he puts Irvine in front for the first time tonight. Heaters up by 1. Check that second time tonight. They did lead 4-3 at one point. 9:50 to go first half. Left angle Rector. Working around to Merrill. Puts it on the deck. Drives and a little floater good in front of that near elbow. So Rector puts the Aggies right back on top. Expecting a tight game here tonight. As Worku gets to Demacopoulos, who tried to turn and swing it to Traylor. Pass was tipped and stolen. And now we get a foul after the steal called on John Edgar Jr. You got Merrill, Rector, Dargenton, Moore, Barnaba, and Merrill, the 5 on the floor. 16-15 Utah State with the basketball. Eaters showing press. They break it nicely. Get it to Moore. A clean look. 3 is good in front of the Anteater bench. Good passing as Utah State got into the middle of the floor. And Merrill able to find Moore in the corner. He's able to cash in for 3. So the lead now 4 for Utah State is now we get a foul on the floor here as Demacopoulos was battling for position in the post on the other end of the building. 9 minutes to play in this first half.
Line to 1 down. Line to 1 down. Line to 1 down. Line to 1 down. Line.
Russ Turner yelling the play to Yasu Worku, who will be the inbounder. Anteaters usually have their point guard inbound it. Did with Alex Young a year ago and Jaron Martin as they turn it over out of the inbound. Rector comes up with a steal and he'll push. Zips it over to Moore left side. He drives. Now a reaching foul called as he tried to dish it here to the near elbow to Rector. But it's going to be Traylor called for getting a piece of the arm of Moore. And that is the 17th foul on the Anteaters, so this is going to be a 1-and-1 for the Utah State senior. UCI down by 4. 19-15. Russ Turner having a little talk with Darian Traylor. 1-and-1. Moore makes the first. Jonathan Galloway trotting to the scorer's table, getting set to check back in. He will come in for John Edgar. So you have Worku running the point, Hazard, Smith, Galloway, and Demacopoulos. Jalen Moore trying to make it a 6-point game. Bends the knees. Left it short. Demacopoulos, good rebound, able to clamp it down. Now Yasu Worku as he takes his time bringing it past half court. Glancing to his left, getting a play from Russ Turner. Now Hazard holding up top. Rhythm dribble. Picked up by Merrill. Bounces over left side to Worku. Hazard straight away over to Smith. 10 on the shot clock. Brandon. Work it to the wing. Worku just 5 to shoot. Yasu puts it on the deck to Hazard. They got to put it up. Max desperation heave from 3. No good. Rebound pops into the hands of Merrill. Back come the Aggies leading 20-15. Merrill pushes, goes left side. This is Janicek looking to give it up. Now throws it near half court into the hands of Rector, who will reset. 8 minutes to play before halftime. Rector bounces to the high post. Janicek here on the near elbow. Wants to give it up. 9 on the shot clock. Rector tries a step back outside the elbow. Shot no good. Brandon Smith pops on the ball for the rebound for the Anteaters. And they will set up the offense. Down by 5. Here's Smith holding near side. Comes off a screen. Pivots and goes to Hazard. Now Galloway up top, hands it off and screens for Max, who spins in the lane, working and wheeling, but he lost the ball, and they turned it over. Utah State pushes with Merrill the other way. He'll fire in transition, shot no good off the elbow, but Rector, the offensive rebound. It was a long one, took it right to the rack and one. Finished with the left hand. Did the senior. So Rector puts Utah State up by 7 on his 7th point of the night. Offensive rebound after the initial miss from Merrill. There was a long rebound that came into the hands of Rector near the elbow. Took it right to the rim and scooped it up and in. Giannis Demokopoulos trying to protect the rim there. Giannis called for the foul. We'll take a break. Another media timeout. Utah State 22, Irvine 15. 7:23 left in this opening half in the season opener on 88.9 KUCI.
Growing fresh citrus is something we've enjoyed in California for generations. But our citrus trees are at serious risk due to a disease called Huanglong-B, or HLB, that is now in California. Once a tree is infected, there is no cure. To learn more about what you can do to save your citrus, visit CaliforniaCitrusThreat.org or call the California Department of Food and Agriculture hotline at 800-491-1899.
A public service from the Citrus Pest and Disease Prevention Program.
Whoa, a digital music player. Thanks, Mom.
Glad you like it. We can finally toss out that old massive stereo.
Mom, you can't just throw out electronics. They need to be recycled or donated.
Recycled? Like aluminum cans?
Yeah, you just go to greenergadgets.org, enter your zip code, and it tells you where the nearest certified recycling center is.
I knew that.
Okay, Mom.
Recycling electronics is as easy as buying them. Log on to greenergadgets.org to find electronics recycling options near you.
Shane Rector to the free throw line here out of the media timeout. Trying to make it an 8-point game. He does. Nothing but net. So he gets 3 the old-fashioned way. Had the and one before the break. And a zone press being shown here by the Aggies. And Worku did a nice job to get it across the timeline. Worku joined by Martin, Galloway, Hazard, and Rutherford on the floor. About 7 minutes to go first half. Eaters trailing by 8. Here's Martin. Tough little floating runner just outside the left block with the left hand. Left it well short. Aggies push and a scoop up and in for Jalen Moore as Rector, senior to senior, was pushing. Drove it into the lane on the break to attract the attention. Then dumped it off to Moore, who finished the layup reverse style. Here's Worku, a drive. Tried to get it to Hazard in the corner. It was deflected out of bounds by McEwen. Good hands by the Aggie freshman. And you look up at that scoreboard, you see Irvine now down by 10. Double-digit lead for the Aggies, 25-15. Martin, left side, fires a 3. Shot no good, too long off the heel. But the long board collected by Galloway. Eaters get it to Worku, drills a 3 in the left corner. Irvine needed that. Second chance points, and big ones at that there. 7-point game, 25-18. Holding near side, this is McEwen, the freshman out of Toronto, holding it over his head. Now goes top of the circle into the hands of Taylor. And here's a bucket underneath. And it's a 9-point lead. That was Moore getting the deuce. 6 minutes to go in this half. Hazard rolls right off a screen from Rutherford, and he carried the basketball. As you could tell, he was thinking about passing it to Martin in the corner. Then Jaron cut. He tried to hesitate, but he did palm it, and that's an easy call for official Jeff Wooten. Turned over to the Aggies, who lead it by 9. Michael Greenstein and Levon Zakarian, the other officials, here on hand tonight. Utah State looking to go back up double digits. Moore in the high post, guarded by Leonard, who just checked back in. Tough floater with the right hand in that corner. Kind of forced it up there. Shot no good. Here comes Worku. Back come the Anteaters. Yasu dribbling with that left hand. Being shadowed by Rector. Utah State showing zone. Up top, Galloway. Chest pass into the corner. Here's Leonard. Little stop and start move. Now wants to give it up to Martin. Jaron slices, dices, kick right side. Worku a pump fake, then tried to put it on the deck, but he shuffled the feet and traveled. So we'll go back to Utah State. Rebounding about even for both sides here in this first half. I know Russ Turner was a little concerned about that after the exhibition game. A game they won versus Sonoma State, but lost the rebounding battle. Here's McEwen, a drive-in kick. Up top to Taylor. Thought about a step back. Eaters showing tough man-to-man defense. Left side. Shot no good by Rector. Missed everything. Martin might have got a piece, but then the Anteaters trying to push. Turn it over as Leonard wanted to float one to Martin, streaking up the far sideline. Kind of like a receiver. But it falls out of bounds. That's the third straight turnover for the Anteaters. 27-18, Utah State. Here's Moore dribbling in that corner. Kicks it out. Taylor bangs in a three. Little pick and pop action there. Biggest lead of the night for the Aggies. They're up by a dozen, 30-18. Jaron Martin up top, being guarded by McEwen. Goes to Galloway, high post right side. Kick it out to the left. Offensive foul before Worku could try a three from the angle. It was an illegal screen set by Rutherford, who's called for the foul. 4:33 to go in the half. Utah State leading by 12, and McEwen walks it with a hip-high dribble across midcourt. Anteaters now in the zone look as Giannis Demokopoulos just came back in. There's a drive and a teardrop from that far corner. It's good. That's Perry. And that is his first bucket of the season. 32-18. A little bit of danger zone now for the Anteaters as we close in on this first half. They need a little push here before going into the locker room. Demokopoulos forces up a tough one in the corner, and he missed it off the side of the glass. Utah State pushes off the miss. McEwen, showing brilliant moves as he slashed to the bucket. Up and in off the glass. Timeout, Russ Turner. They got to stop the bleeding. 34-18 Aggies with 3:51 to go. It's a timeout called by Irvine, but it'll also serve as the final media timeout of the half. A big run being put on by Utah State here. And the Anteaters trailing by 16. We'll take a break. You're listening to UC Irvine men's basketball here on this Veterans Day on 88.9 KUCI.
Hey Marie, this is Galley Girl from Home Plate. Can master gardeners help me figure out what's the sticky stuff on my trees that's attracting ants?
Let's go to our website, uccemg.com, and check out the notes and pictures on pests. And if we can't find an answer, we'll take photos and send them to the hotline link under Ask Us.
I get a personal response?
A team of master gardeners will research the topic and get back to you.
Great. We'll go on uccemg.com and get an answer.
Desert landscapes and wildflowers, rolling plains and mile-high mountains of stone. It's all right here in California, in the Santa Rosa and San Jacinto Mountains. These are among our treasured national conservation lands. So go, connect with nature and safeguard them from vandalism, looting, and abuse. Visit conservationlands.org.
Back here at the Bren, season opener for the UC Irvine Anteaters. Michael O'Sullivan rejoining you. Eric Ramirez, always on the job. Our engineer back at the station, and UCI in a little bit of trouble here. Trying to close out this first half. Utah State, their biggest lead, up by 16 now, 34-18 the count. Under 4 minutes to go out of the timeout. Jaron Martin crossing midcourt and then double teamed as Utah State bringing some full court pressure. Now Brandon Smith in the corner. Bounces one up top to Martin, who will reset. 3:35 to go before halftime. Jaron rhythm dribble with the left hand, being shadowed by Moore. Goes left side to Leonard. Back to Jaron. He thought about it. Now drives. Tough little runner, no good. Battle for the board into the hands of Demokopoulos. Fresh shot clock. Goes to Martin. Jaron still without a bucket in this game. Giannis, nice spin move in the lane, but can't finish. Rolled around the back of the cylinder. And it wouldn't go for Yanni. Utah State off the miss. Setting it up, holding it near the Anteater bench is Perry, and they'll reset with McEwen, the freshman. 3 minutes to play in this opening half. Utah State up 34-18. McEwen, little stop and start off the screen. Kick to Moore. Triple try, well short. Battle for the board. It's off Leonard. And it'll stay on this end. Now that three did not hit any iron. So just 6 to shoot. Shot clock did not reset. McEwen inbounds. Left corner. Three. No good from Taylor. And a rebound hauled in by UCI. Brandon Smith, head full of steam, dribbles it across midcourt. Here's Martin trying to feed Galloway in the post. Reaching foul going to be called on Taylor here. Well, again, Luke Nelson, have not seen him tonight. Anteater's leading scorer from a year ago. Nursing a hamstring injury. Jaron Martin has been held scoreless, and they really need to get him going here. Hopefully before the end of the half. Here's a three from Leonard off the inbound. Shot no good, and a rebound into the hands of Taylor. Utah State with the basketball up 16. 2:25 to play. Here's a handoff to Perry. Drives into the lane and able to finish with a left hand off the window. Now Russ Turner taps Brad Green to go to the scorer's table. Eaters quickly push Martin. Three in the left corner. Rimmed out. Jaron cold here to open things up. And another rebound cleared by the Aggies. They'll be in no rush to finish this first half. 2 minutes to go. They lead by 18. 36-18 the count. They've doubled up Irvine. McEwen holding it about 25 feet away. Comes off a screen. Fires a three. Shot too strong. Battle for the board. It's tapped into the hands of Martin on the right side. Jaron dribbling it up floor himself. Finds Demokopoulos the trailer. He'll fire a three. The senior out of Greece finding the range on a straightaway three. And it's 36-21. Minute 25 to go. Jalen Moore holding left side, being shadowed by Smith. Bounces into the post. Janusek and poked away from behind. Here comes Leonard on the break. Evan, nice take, and he draws the foul on Moore. That was Demokopoulos knocking it out of the hands of Janusek, who was trying to back him down. And Leonard able to scoop it up near the free throw line. Took it all the way to the other end. And will shoot two. For Moore, that is his first foul.
What? Jeff, you just told him something.
Well, Leonard was getting ready to shoot free throws. I'm not sure what the deal is here. Because now Galloway's coming off the floor and talking to Russ Turner. As Leonard makes the second, so it's 36-22. A minute to play. A little confusion here, folks. I'm not sure what happened during that free throw trip. Anyway, to any effect, it's a 14-point game, and Brad Green on the floor for the first time as shot from the right angle. Dargington, a deep two, wouldn't go. Eaters off the miss. Push and get an and one. John Edgar Jr. with the finish. The hoop and the harm for the freshman with 44 seconds to play. That makes it a 12-point game as the Anteaters cutting into this lead before the half. Timeout Utah State. Tim Duryea wants to talk about it. So John Edgar gets his first bucket with the contact. He will shoot one here out of the timeout. It's a 30-second pause, so we'll keep it right here. Again, happy Veterans Day to all the Anteater fans out there. Big thank you to all our veterans, past and present. So John Edgar to shoot a free throw here. Trying to make it an 11-point contest. They'll have about a 14-second difference, shot clock and game clock, once Utah State gets the ball. Or not. If the Anteaters can come up with an offensive rebound, but they're hoping Edgar can obviously knock down the free throw. Now the officials will allow Yasu Worku to sub in here. So it's Worku, Smith, Edgar, who's at the free throw line, awaiting the ball from the official. Martin and Brad Green on the floor. Now Edgar trying to complete the three-point play. He cannot. Too strong. Bounced off the heel and a rebound hauled in by Barnaba. Here's McEwen quickly pushing with a hip-high dribble. 35 seconds left in the half, 21 to shoot. Moore up top, comes off a hard screen. Little stutter step drive, and he's going to draw a foul. On his way to the rim. Told you how Moore initially after last year declared for the NBA draft. Did not hire an agent, so he was able to take his name out before the deadline and come back for his fourth year and final year of eligibility. Very athletic, and he's got 10 points here tonight, make it 11 as he knocks down the first free throw. Foul was called on Brad Green. So you got 31.8 seconds on the clock. Moore trying to make it a 14-point game, but the Anteaters can pretty much hold on for the last shot if they want. Moore, shot is good. On the free throw. You got about a second and a half difference, shot clock and game clock. Jaron Martin crosses the 10-second line, and now he'll take his time. Hip-high dribble as Russ Turner shouts out a play. Now Martin rolling left, hands it off to Worku. 12 seconds to go in the half. Yasu chucks one from the cheap seats, no good, and we got a foul underneath. It's going to be on Utah State, I believe. Or no, it'll be on Green. I thought that was going to be on the Aggies. Tell you, Worku, he launched that one from 23 feet out almost straight away. I can't imagine that's the shot the Anteaters wanted, nor the timing they wanted, as Utah State will now shoot free throws because they're in the bonus, and it's the double bonus. So Dargington, who was fouled going for the board, rattles in the first. And now the Aggies up 15, 39-24. One more for Dargington, the redshirt sophomore out of France. He gets it. 40-24 now. 8.5 seconds left. Edgar, Martin, Green, Worku, and Leonard, the five out there. Utah State showing a little press into the hands of Jaron Martin, who still has no points on the night. Jaron crossing over, little stutter step, tries to step back near the horn. Shot no good. Rebound Moore. He launches a deep heave. That is no good. And we are through 20 minutes here at the Bren Events Center. Utah State a 40-24 lead over UC Irvine here in the season opener. We will take a break, and then we'll break down the first half stats for you when we come back here on 88.9 KUCI.